For most of us, the COVID-19 pandemic has proven to be an obstacle to living life as we wish. But to the criminal, the coronavirus turned into an opportunity. Most, if not all, states across the country began seeing coordinated attacks by organized crime on their unemployment systems. Even with steep increases in layoffs due to the pandemic-related shutdowns, claims were outpacing unemployment at alarming rates. This week, the Kansas Labor Department reported fraudulent claims for 2020 totaled $290 million. The state's Legislative Audit Division report on the fraud followed, pegging the amount lost to fraud at some $600 million. Even Kansas Governor Laura Kelly and her husband were targeted as fraudsters attempted to make unemployment claims in their names. At the beginning of 2020, Kansas had right at $1 billion in its unemployment trust fund. By the first of this year, it was almost empty.
Unemployment was at a very low rate at that time, and that's about as much money as our trust fund had ever had in it. We just didn't see any problems with that. And of course, the perfect storm came with COVID and shutting some businesses down.
That's Kansas State Representative Marty Long. The Ulysses Republican serves as vice chairman of the House Commerce, Labor, and Economic Development Committee. He and his colleagues are scrambling to fix the circumstances that led to the fraud. He says a shutdown of the Labor Department's system for making claims in order to install anti-fraud software helped.
Our new software we installed was stopping about 3 attempts at fraud per second for several days.
Once criminals started coming up against anti-fraud roadblocks, their attempts to cheat the system slowed. But most of the damage had already been done. Long says, incredibly, the Kansas unemployment claims system had not been upgraded since 1980.
It didn't have protocols to handle fraud. It didn't have protocols to handle the level of unemployment claims that we were seeing with COVID-19. It was just not a modern system.
And the fix will take some time and money. Just how much is still unknown.
It's not spending money very sexy to some people, but it's a necessary evil that we need to keep all those things up to speed.
Long says reforms to the system are also in the works, including relief for employers so they don't have to foot the bill for the state's lack of anti-fraud protections, installation of a system software that can be periodically modified to keep up with the criminals, and creation of a panel to oversee changes to the system. With tax time approaching, thousands of Kansans have gotten 1099 forms in the mail indicating they took unemployment when they did not. If it happened to you, you're advised to contact your state quickly in order to make the correction. Reporting for Great Plains Christian Radio, I'm Delvin Kinser.